a show of hands, how many of you guys loved the first week of school? No? Anybody? I'm going to tell you guys why you guys love the first week of school. Because you guys get to put on new clothes. There's nothing better feeling than wearing new clothes. You guys get to jump out the bus and treat the hallways like your own runway. So a little background about myself. I come from two hardworking parents. My mom came all the way from Dominican Republic on a boat, illegally, to Puerto Rico, and failed many times, even got arrested. She never gave up. She kept going, and today I'm here. My dad, a self-taught engineer, and till this day, 76 years old, and has never worked for a man in his life. These are his hands, as you could tell. So I came up with this analogy, and I created this little slogan that I came up with: hard work and dirty hands, defining my mom and my dad's relation. So moving forward, my mom became a manufacturer, and I fell into that same realm. And I got this position that was called final assembler. And now in this position, we created IV bags. Now we had to do 1,000 to 1,500 a day. Each bag took 7 seconds to make, even inspected. So I took that in again, and I had this vision. I created this vision of what I wanted to do. I just needed a name and something to tweak it with.
Now, I was always inspired by fashion, the fashion culture, the sneakers, the shoes, even the art. So at one point, I started to bleach the bottom of my sneakers and my boots. I pressed them up against my jeans, and I made them my own pattern. Now, before you laugh, at this time, it actually looked cool. So they say fashion is what you feel. At that time, not too sure what I was feeling. So I was always inspired by the fashion culture, the art, the clothing, and the sneakers. To one point, I bleached the bottom of my sneakers and my boots and pressed them against my jeans to make my own pattern. Now, they say fashion is what you feel. I'm not too sure what I was feeling at the moment, but it was creative. Now, like I was mentioned before you guys laugh, that was cool at the moment I was here in high school, okay? But what really got my attention was the brand out in California, the way they marketed and the way that they promoted their brand. Got me to think, I can do that too. Why invest in someone else's idea when I can invest in my own? So I started to doodle t-shirt designs on napkins, on any piece of paper I could find, honestly. To one point, I started to sketch every single day and became better at what I did. Now, I have kept most of these papers because I actually go by, there's no such thing as scrap paper. Now, there's two reasons why I live by that. One, I can always look back at the old idea that I used to have and see how far I've become. Two, I can go back at that idea and create it and use it to create a new idea and mash them up together. So, basically what I'm trying to say is do not throw any idea away, okay? Any idea could be a good idea. Now, so one day I wanted to take this further. Excuse me. So, through social media and through a mutual friend, we ended up meeting together. I ended up meeting, not only is he my business partner, but my real good friend, Alejandro Mendez. It's pretty funny, because at that moment, I was actually looking for a graphic designer, and he was looking for an artist. And that's pretty cool, honestly, if you think about it.
So we met up, and we started creating this routine. We started giving up our good days, what is called Fridays to everybody. And instead of partying, we met up, and we started combining all ideas and started producing, taking our vision into action. So we started following this quote by Drake. Everybody knows who Drake is. And he says, because while all my closest friends are out there partying, I'm just here making all the music that they party to. So we translated it and we said, while all our closest friends are partying, we're making the clothes that they party into. So we started creating this structure. And we started producing from our lookbooks to photography, even all the ideas that we came up with from 7 o'clock in the afternoon to 3 o'clock in the morning, every Friday, instead of partying, because that's what time people stay up to. So while we were creating this structure, we started seeing this number one thing that we followed by, and it was effort. Because effort is what's going to give you action. Effort's going to make you forget when to eat if you really want it. It's going to forget that you even have to sleep. It's going to make you do things that you don't even want to do. Like today, we're here, talking in front of 100 people. And another thing that it's going to make you do is it's going to get you out of your comfort zone really bad. I don't like reading books. I'm not a fan of reading books, but I'm self-taught entrepreneur, so I have to read books. I have to teach myself how to do these things. And the only knowledge that I'm going to get is from books. Effort is what's going to make you read this book. It's going to make you do this because you need the action. Because without a vision, it's just going to be a vision. So you need the effort to give you the action.
Now, there's a quote that inspired us. I'm going to shorten it down. So, all ideas that die out are the graveyard. Meaning why I say that, because these are people who take no action from their vision. They die with books that they have not written. They die with art that they have not painted. They die with any ideas to the grave because they were scared to take that action, take that vision into an action. Now, we come to a point where, like we mentioned earlier, it's hard work. So, we live by the vision. We live by that quote because what we do is we work hard and harder every day. Now, basically, is to take your vision and turn it into an action. We want you to make sure that whatever you do, that there is no bad idea. There is no mediocre idea, I should say. Any idea can turn into a good idea and better off to a great idea. Now, we want to end this off is by saying, don't be afraid. Take any idea, take any action, turn it into an idea. That can become your dream, that can become your vision. And thank you so much for listening to what we have to say. Thank you.